Welcome. We're going to spend the next several minutes showing you how this project works and what your role will be in making the project a success for your nutrition site. The project is called Water Waste because we're going to be working with you to find ways to cut down on food waste at your nutrition sites. This is not a project aimed at pointing fingers at anyone. We all waste food. There will always be unavoidable food waste. This project is about cutting down unavoidable food waste. The goals of this project are to raise public awareness about food waste by educating staff and seniors on ways to avoid it, and to use data discovered through this process to seek ways to expand services and to feed more seniors who are most in need. Okay, let's get started. At this particular senior nutrition site, they use a caterer. If your site is self-operated, don't worry. This project works the same way for your program. Before you begin the project, you'll receive several things from us: a scale, some signage for your waste bins, several food waste tally sheets, an operations questionnaire that we will need for you to fill out as soon as you can and send it back to us. And last, we will send you your personal password that will allow you to access the Waste Terminator. The Terminator is our proprietary software technology that you will use throughout this entire project. Those food waste tally sheets that we sent you are the written version of the Waste Terminator technology. So after you've served lunch at your center, you'll enter the waste data on those sheets and then go to your computer, log in using your password, and enter the data on the screens. It's that simple. Let's talk about the kind of data we're looking for. There are two kinds of food waste items at your center. The first is pan waste. This is food that is ordered or prepared, but not served. So instead of making it to a plate, it just remains in the pan. The second kind of food waste is plate waste. And as its name implies, this is food that remains on the senior's plate and is not eaten. We view pan waste as food waste. We think of plate waste as wasted food. The vital nutrients contained in these meals are lost when seniors don't consume them. So the reason we'll track both types of waste is to see how much money we could be saved by finding out which kinds of foods are not being eaten. We look at more than lost money. We can also determine which nutrients, right down to the peas and carrots, are actually not being consumed. We know that the meals you served must meet certain dietary guidelines, such as percentages of calcium and protein. But just putting these foods on seniors' plates is not enough. We are now able to give you the tools so that you can see what vital nutrients are reaching the trash bins rather than a senior's belly. So how does water waste work at your center? Let's go through a typical day. At this center, the caterer delivers the food at 10 a.m. The staff then puts the food in the warming oven or on trays to keep the food at the proper temperature. At around 11:30, the staff removes the food and begins plating the proper portion sizes for the seniors. After every senior receives his or her meal, the staff then takes the leftovers, or food waste, in their pans and places each pan on the scale for weighing. Once each item is weighed, the data about waste, that is, what the food item is in the pan and exactly how much that food and the pan weighed, is written down on the tally sheets. When the seniors have finished eating, they then take their plates to a set of empty pans and deposit each separate food item by category: proteins in one pan, vegetables in the other, and so forth, right into the pans. Then the staff will weigh the separated food in their separate pans and again enter the data on the daily sheets. At the end of the lunch or the end of the day, the project leader, whether it be a staff person or a volunteer, will go to a computer, log in with a designated password, and transfer those numbers from the tally sheets into the waste terminator for us to start doing our analytical work. Okay, now we've sorted, collected, and entered all the raw data about the day's food waste and wasted food. So the next question is, what do we do with the discarded plate waste? And what do we do with the pan waste, the food that was prepared but not served? These are two separate issues. Let's tackle them one at a time. Plate waste. Many states and area agencies on aging allow seniors to take their leftovers home. This is an issue we'll explore with you during the project. We'll look at your state regulations and work jointly with your center, your AAA, and your state, and explore options that might work best for your center. We have discovered that in many cases, the discarded food is put in the garbage and then sent on to local landfills. And as you know, landfills produce methane gas, a very potent greenhouse gas. But we can do better than that for our environment, for our nutrition sites, and for our seniors. During the project, we'll work with you on finding alternative methods of food waste disposal. We're great believers in composting food waste. We believe that if we compost food waste, whether on-site or with a community composter, the waste can be turned into nutrient-rich soil, which can then come back to your senior center and be used in senior-friendly gardens. In fact, we work with staff at the senior center to do just that. We work to turn waste into new food sources, and it's the seniors themselves who help plant, care for, and harvest the new gardens. Unlike plate waste, pan waste doesn't have to find its way into the trash bin or even the compost heap. In fact, it shouldn't. This is perfectly good food that just didn't find its way to a senior's plate. We will work with you on ideas on just what to do with those leftovers. We've done this throughout the country, and the results have been astounding. We are proud of our What a Waste project, not just because the results have been outstanding, but because we've been told that this project has changed the way many senior centers are operating. We've been told that beyond reducing waste at one program by 43%, the seniors are happier with the new menus and thereby consuming the nutrients that they were intended to eat. We've seen participation rates increase, contribution rates rise, gardens grow and be tended by seniors' own hands, money saved, and a new emphasis placed on serving those most in need. We are pleased that you are either working with us or considering doing so. We're in this together. We're planting seeds and watching them grow.